Hey everyone, welcome to Bobini Creates. My name is Jeannie, and in today's video, I wanted to share with you my July and August completed coloring pages. Sorry I didn't make a video last month. I just felt like I didn't have enough pages to put something together. So we've got 2 months worth of completed pages. I also wanted to say that I'm in a different setup, different room. So I apologize if the lighting isn't quite right, but just doing what I can, working with what I've got here. So Rooms of Wonder is our first page. This is my project book with the lovely Color and Create with Jana. And it is her birthday month in July. So we went ahead and completed this one. And I thought that was perfect for her birthday month. So, little ice cream shop with balloons and doing all the birthday celebrating here. Um, so what I did is, let me just tell you, on the background, I must have colored that 3 different times at least. You know, coloring pencils. I used some water-based markers, and I just didn't like any of it. So I ended up going over it with acrylic marker and did this sort of stripe version. So you can see it's got both, the metallic acrylic metallic markers as well as just the matte finish, and I like that much better. So the beautiful thing about acrylic markers is they kind of cover up all sorts of mistakes. And that's exactly what happened here, and I'm okay with it. I'm owning it. But so I used those, and I used water-based markers, I used a little bit of fine liner, and I used pencil. And yeah, overall, I think it's pretty cute. Oh, a little bit of white Ohuhu gel pen, to get the little bit of shine on different spots and to outline the balloons. So that is my page. Glad to have another one completed this month, right, Jana? And here is her beautiful page. And I love her sort of medium, I guess you would call it, pastels. So pretty. Just such a beautiful job. And she has a real talent, I think, for bringing things to life. She's really good at like the shine on the glasses, on the glass bits, the bottles, and on the little, like the ice cream and the little detailed bits. She always really brings those to life, I feel like, and I wish I could do that. So she she did a great job. And then we also have another friend that reached out and wanted to color with us as well. Her name is Veronica Dunn over on Instagram. I'll show her page here. And she did a beautiful, very soft pastel page. It is her husband's birthday in July, so she wanted to celebrate him by coloring this page for him. So thank you so much for joining us this month. We really appreciate it, Veronica. And thank you, Jana. I'm looking forward to, um, you know, getting through this book. We're doing a great job. Next up is Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson. And this is another buddy color. This is with my friend Shelley Weaver. And go ahead, and she's over on Instagram, by the way. We decided to color this hummingbird page, which has been perfect for me because I have been enjoying the hummingbirds this summer like nobody's business. I don't know if you guys saw, but I put a little video short on my channel, and it was just showing off my newly created fountain that my husband and I made, just using a little pot and a little pump, and it drew the uh, hummingbirds in along with a lot of other birds. I've really been enjoying it. So this is sort of a perfect page for me, just because that's been kind of the theme of my summer, I think, is hummingbirds. But on this one, I used Black Edition pencil and I think a little bit of acrylic paint pen here and there. I used the holographic glitter, glitter paint, I guess you would call it, on the hummingbird and the centers. I don't know if you can see the centers of those flowers. And oh, also, let me show you this. I used this. It was color card 281, the color cube. And this was a gift. I got both volumes 1 and 2 from my sister and my brother in law. And this has just been so much fun for me to be able to pull out a color combination and whip up a page. I say whip up a page, it's not really like that, but just kind of makes I don't know, it makes some of the deciding so much easier. And It was just a lot of fun to use, and I've continued to use that on the majority of my pages. So thank you guys so much for this awesome gift, and I'm using it like crazy. So yeah, that's this. And then let me move this to the side and I will show you Shelley's page. And I love Shelley's page. She did lots of vibrant colors as she does. We both like that. We both like vibrant colors, but she has a way of putting those together, and I think she did a great job. So we both used the pink and the purple, but then she added, green, blue, and some yellow here and there. And I think overall, it's just a really neat and fun look for her hummingbird. So thank you so much for the buddy color, Shelley. Next up, we have a Stratton Peterson book. This is Mystic Animals, and this is my first page completed out of this book. And actually, this was a gift from my great niece and great nephew, Emery and Harrison. So thank you guys so much. I really love this book. And let's see here. I colored this tree frog. So I used the Black Edition pencils. I actually used them quite a bit this month, as well as some metallic paint, acrylic paint for the moons, and some glitter gel pen for the frame. And I think that might, oh, and some white, um, excuse me, white gel pen to kind of outline here and there. So yeah, let me go ahead and hold this up so you can see the shiny bits. So this would qualify for Tia and Lavella's color your hoard, right? So I was really happy to be able to dive into this book. Hopefully you can kind of see the shiny bits on it. But I didn't know what colors to do a tree frog. So I kind of took some inspiration from Erica at Elm Colors. You know how she always comes up with a reference image. And so I did these, and no, I didn't use it. I didn't do them exactly or anything like that, but it kind of gave me an idea of how I might want to attack it. So that was made it, I don't know, sort of fun just to be able to feel like I had a game plan. But yeah, I'm really glad. I love this book. So glad to get started in that. So thanks again, kids. Really love it so much. All right. So next we have this book, and this is Color America, and this is by Donna Moses. Now, this one I don't know, I try to attack this book on like 4th of July, Independence Day, Memorial Day, things like that, to where it's just something that I know is in my collection that I can celebrate those days. So let's go ahead and take a look just a second. Okay, so I went ahead and colored this page, and it's really just straight marker, water-based marker, as well as fine liners. And I think that's it really. So no shading, no anything fancy. So this was just sort of a speed color on 4th of July. It's our Independence Day here in the US. So yeah, it helped me celebrate the holiday, and quick and easy. And I just really had a lot of fun. And I always just enjoy knowing that I can pull out this book and have something, just that kind of makes the day a little bit special. More special. Okay, so my last page for July is A Million Llamas by Lulu Mayo. And this one, I took some inspiration from Colored by Maya. And if you know Maya, and I know you guys all do, she oftentimes will outline or excuse me, cover the black lines in pages. And she also uses a lot of neon. So I did both here. I used acrylic paint, I used glitter gel pen, and I used jelly rolls. Um, and a little bit of pencil. Yeah, just a little bit. Actually, you know what I did is I used the Four Candies pencils on this because I was in a waiting room um, while my husband had a procedure. And so it just kind of it the Four Candies is just a small little collection. If you're familiar with those, they're little mechanical pencils. So it was just something that I could take with me and color there in the waiting room, and it just helped the time go by. And I was in good company because there were some other people doing things too. There's one lady crocheting and one lady knitting, and then a gentleman reading. So I mean, we just all kind of had our own little things, and we were joking with each other about keeping busy and having fun with our hobbies. So I think it turned out cute. I really like it. I mean, come on, it's Lulu Mayo. They're always going to be pretty cute. But you can see the little bit of the glitter gel pen, hopefully, and you can see a little bit of the metallic gel pen, like on the mountains. Yeah, super cute, super sweet. So that's that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull out my pages for the month of August. I'll be right back. So for August completed pages, I'm going to start off with Rooms of Wonder. Again, another buddy color in our project book. This is with Color and Create with Jana. And on this one, we decided to attack the intro page. And so we're kind of thinking, you know what, let's go ahead and dive in and do a little bit of those double page spreads just so we can make some progress. And that's what we did here. So on this one, I used chalk pastel for the background. See this little faint blue in here? I went ahead and just put chalk pastel on that, and then I sealed it with a workable fixative spray. And then I came in with fine liners, water-based markers, and some gel pen just to get on all those little teeny tiny bits. And oh, also some glitter gel pen on the border you can hopefully see. Okay, and here is Jana's completed double page spread. And I thought she did a beautiful job. Honestly, we kind of use similar colors. They're pretty reminiscent of one another. I think I didn't add the blue. The blue I went more for an aqua, but I love the way hers turned out. Just beautiful, really sweet look to it with those little teeny tiny flowers. So pretty. Anyway, so that's our buddy color for the month of August. So thank you, Jana. All right, next up we have Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlzon. Once again, I love her. Her illustrations are so gorgeous. So on this one, this is a buddy color again with Shelley Weaver, and I'm going to go ahead and share that with you. Okay, so on this one, I used acrylic paint like for the background and these little doodads here, just here and there on the page. I used some metallic paint, jelly roll, um, little bit of glitter gel pen, I believe, and my white gel pen. And so, yeah, pretty cute. I looked at, you guys know, Zucchini Kitty, Karen. She has a wonderful YouTube channel, but she's sort of the queen of Magical Dawn. And so I watched her video because I was interested in how she did the crown. So she did this little piece of fabric in here. And so I decided that was a good idea as well. So I did that. And also, she did a much better job on her beak, but I kind of took inspiration from her to do the little shine on my beak as well. So I really like this. What I don't like is the background, the acrylic background. I feel like it's just sort of rough looking, so I may need another layer. But I felt like, for the most part, I'm done. I may add a little bit of glitz to the stars, but like, once again, I feel like this is good enough to go ahead and show you that it's a completed page for the most part. And I may just end up leaving it that way as well. I may not go over the background, but I like the color palette. It was another color cube palette, and I don't remember which one. I didn't write this one down, but yeah, super super cute page. I've always kind of had my eye on that one, so I was glad we were able to complete that. Now I'm going to show you Shelley's, and once again, I love hers. Again, bright and vibrant colors, and she decided also to do the crown with the little bit of fabric in it. So we kind of cracked up that we did similar on that as well. So she did a beautiful job, as she always does. And once again, it was a pleasure chatting with her throughout the month. We chat all the time, so that's no surprise. But we have a good time. So thank you, Shelley. I was in the mood for a creative haven book, so I looked through, and I also was in the mood to color something gnome related because I love me a good gnome. So Teresa Goodridge, and this is Gnome for the Holidays. And I colored this lemonade page. So I just use, for the most part, super tips, but some other water-based markers in there as well. I used a little bit of fine liner to get in some of the tiny little bits, a little bit of pencil, And that was about it, I think. I just kept it simple, didn't do, much shading or anything. It just was a nice little summer page. And these always make me smile. So I'm always happy to work in these books. So I really like it. Pretty cute. Okay, this one is A Million Kawaii Cuties by Lulu Mayo. And this is another one of those where I was in a waiting room and decided just to bring some things with me. So again, I brought those Four Candies pencils because they're in just a small little case. And I colored this one. And I love it. I really do. So I used those pencils and I think, let me just look real quick to see if I wrote anything else. Um, oh, I know what I was going to tell you. So pretty much those pencils, I don't see anything else on it. So just pencil. And the other thing that I got my inspiration from, if you follow Coloring Bumblebee, she does the monthly Lulu Mayo scavenger hunt. And so she had on her scavenger hunt for the month of August, she had bubbles and she had citrus. So I was really happy that this fit the bill for both, right? And yeah, I know it's soup and it should probably be, soup colored, but I just made it like watercolor just because I thought it was a better color palette. But yeah, I think it's pretty darn cute. So fun. I love those little challenges because sometimes when you just don't know what to color, that's just a way of giving you an idea. And I think that's part of the reason that we do those, and the reason that are these lovely hosts post these challenges and hashtags for us, so that it just gives us something else to work on and another creative idea. So that's this one. Okay, and this one is Nightfall by Maria Trolle. And on this one, I colored this little cat. And I'm really not done with this. I'm not especially pleased with I feel like the cat could use some more detail. And sorry for the wiggling there. The cat could use some more detail. I feel like I kind of overdid it with the grassy area. So I drew in these little flowers with acrylic markers. But it's still not quite come together. It's okay. And I felt like it was done enough that I could go ahead and show you. But I may just pick up this from time to time and doodle on it and, kind of try to make things kind of pop a little bit more than they already are. But for the most part, I'm all right with it. So that was this one, and I love the little wisteria here, and those are just such a pretty flower. Anyway, so that and Botanicum. Okay, another Maria Trolle book. This one is Botanicum, and on this one I called it Be My Buddy for obvious reasons. And I used Castle Art pencils on this. So I may come in and outline the little bits here. I'm not sure on that, fill in the little border, maybe with some gel pen later. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, just a sweet little page. And one of the reasons I love her pages, aside from her books rather, aside from them being so adorable, is that they're pretty easy to put together. Actually, let me clarify that. They can be easy or they can be as difficult as you want to make them. So I just kind of love that about them. So if you want to do a lot more shading and, you know, different backgrounds and whatever, you can make them a lot more uh, intricate and whatnot. But you can also leave them just sweet and simple. And I kind of feel like that's what I did here. And I love it. So cute, super sweet. So that's all I've got for you guys. I want to thank you so much for joining me on this video. I'll try to be better in September, A, at coloring more pictures, um, and B, at getting that out in a timely manner instead of combining 2 months at once. But I hope that was fun for you anyway to look at my completed pages, and I will see you on my next video. Bye, everyone.